But today, our alliance is stronger than ever, more prosperous together, and more connected like no other.
Robert Maginnis is a Pentagon senior strategist. He joins me now live from Washington. Robert, thank you for being with us on the News Hour. What have we learned from this key visit and landmark deal?
Well, as the president, Yu indicates, he said in the speech to the Congress, our alliance is stronger than ever. 70 years is a long time. Of course, the United States went to the aid of the South Koreans when they were invaded by first the North Koreans and then augmented by the Chinese. And of course, tensions continue even this day, 70 years later. What we've learned is that Washington is cozying up a little more to the South Koreans for a number of reasons. One, because of the adversarial relationship that we now have with the communist Chinese in Beijing, but also because of the true threat posed by the North Koreans with ballistic missiles going off, it seems like almost every week. And of course, their fledgling nuclear arsenal, which threatens the South Koreans. What we ultimately want is the South Koreans not to restart their own nuclear program that they abandoned years ago when they signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. And we're doing that using what we call the Washington Declaration that President Biden announced. Essentially, what that means is we're going to do more port calls with nuclear submarines. We're going to give better coordination and other assurances by ramping up exercises and the like, all to signal the North Koreans in Pyongyang that they are not going to trample over the democracy that is now enjoyed in South Korea.
Now, this visit has really cemented this special relationship. How much do you think Biden's promise has reassured South Koreans? He used some very strong words.
Well, I think it's important, especially given what's going on, not only with North Korea, but of course, all the saber rattling with regard to Taiwan, which isn't that far away. And of course, the resonance that Japanese Prime Minister Kishida has about the threat posed by the North Koreans. So, it's really an effort to mollify the entire region that the U.S. is committed to not only the defense of South Korea, but also to Taiwan. And here in a couple of days, we'll find that President Marcos from the Philippines will make a White House visit as well. And he'll get the same sort of assurance that, people in the region are very nervous about China, and therefore they need the U.S. to step up.
Now, was this trip all about North Korea, or was there anything else on the agenda?
No, I think it's the broader issue, the entire security alliance area across the Western Pacific. Yes, it is about North Korea, and we are concerned that the North Koreans have intercontinental ballistic missiles that might reach the United States. So we need to provide the type of assurance that not only are we watching out for our own well-being against the North Koreans, but we're defending the South Koreans. And of course, the South Koreans have made major advances in their own armaments, and they're even exporting to places like Poland tanks and other equipment. So they're a sophisticated society that is, really finding its own going forward into the 21st century. So this is I think, a confirmation that, like minds work together, and we need to defend one another's best interests.
Robert Maginnis in Washington, thank you.
Thank you.